Are you looking for the best adjustable kitchen step stool? Well, we've got this one right here. I figured I'd show this thing off to you guys today. So let's go ahead and grab that Mike Vance knife right there so we can open this bad boy on up and see what we got on the inside here. So you got tape all the way around this thing. Just gonna do a little slice and dice all the way through so we can see what it takes. By the way, if y'all find this video helpful, definitely appreciate you guys hooking that up for me right there. All right, let's flip this back on over. I should have gotten all the tape, so this thing just opens up like that. Ooh, okay. Looks like you got your... Might still need that Mike Vance knife because we got the tape all over the place. Let me cut through that. We'll cut through that right there. All right, looks like you got some instructions right there to be able to put this thing together. And then you got that foam. Okay, they got tape all the way around this thing. There we go. There we go. Okay. Ooh. Okay. This looks nice right here. Oop. Little corner feet on there. Got a good little, like, this is where you'd hold it. Looks like. A little handheld right there. And then you have all the grooves already cut out to where you can easily get this thing put together. Let me just bring this on over to here. And then let's see what else we got here. Okay. Some kind of like hook and loop type of thing right there, maybe. We'll get into that. This looks like one of the people. Man, this is really soft. They did a great job of manufacturing that. It's got the holes already pre-drilled right there for you, so you can easily get that thing connected. Comes with some gloves while you're putting it together, so if you want to utilize those, you can use that. You got some grip on the inside. Fantastic. Got a little box in a box right there. We'll get into that. I'm sure it's just the hardware. That's what it sounds like. So right here's another one. It looks like the step piece right there. It's going to go on. Put that one right there. And then you have this guy. Okay, again, looks like this little handle right here. This reminds me of a UFO, which is kind of fun. I like that. Nice, again, very well done. Put that one right there. This piece right here. Feels good. I have all the information written on there if y'all care to check out any of that right there. And then this is going to be that other giant side piece that's going to kind of match with this one right here. And then this looks like some little feet right here. It's already got holes pre-drilled. Looks like there's two of these from what I can tell. Come on now. There we go. Got the other one right there. Put those right there. And we got more of these boards right here. I'm assuming that these are the steps right here that you're going to use to step onto. Not 100% sure. But oh, it says Cozy Land right there on it. They have some safe usage guidelines as well right there. So you want to make sure that you check that out. Okay. Got a big giant dowel right there. And I do want to point out it does have all these plastic pieces on the corners so that whenever it is being shipped, if the corners get damaged, it's not going to mess up the unit right here, which is awesome. So, all right, that's all of the pieces in the box to be able to get this thing put together. Go ahead and put that right there. And let's take a look at these instructions real quick. You know what? Let's do our box in a box real quick. All right, so it looks to be all the same type of screw. And they give you the hex key in there, the Allen wrench, to be able to get it all together. So this looks like it's going to be fairly simple. And you have some little rubber pieces, adhesive pieces that you can attach to it so it doesn't scuff up your floor and all that type of stuff. Let's see, let's take a look at our instructions. We'll see how involved this is. Let's see, you got the warning, the maintenance, the product upkeep. That's in a different language. Okay, so they have it's all the languages are in each different piece. So this is going to be all your parts list right there, and then you have step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, 4 steps. Let's do this thing. All right, so you're going to have, probably going to need to move some things out of the way. Let me put these down here because we need one of these. The question is, does it matter which one? I don't think so. I don't see any labels on this anywhere, so we're going to go with this one right here. And they're showing that you're going to take this, okay? I want to make sure I'm reading it right. The Cozy Land, the one with the Cozy Land, is going to go up top right here. Y'all can't see that, can you? Going to go up top right here. I like how the little grooves are already built into there, so you know exactly if it's going to fit there or not. And then you use all those screws to be able to get it all nice and screwed in. Let's go ahead and see what that's like. I want to see how well those holes are machined for whenever you're going to put these screws in. So just going to simply put it right on up like that. I'm trying to do it to where I can show you guys really well. Put it into the groove, get into the groove, and then we're just going to take this giant screw right there, just kind of get it started, and you can get this one started, and then you just simply take your little key right here and be able to spin these things. I'm gonna spin it round like a record, baby, right round, round. We're singing all the songs today. All right, so I do want to point out that whenever you are putting this together, you might want to do one screw at a time, or you're just going to have to switch between each side because the screws are long right there, and you just want to make sure that you're not bumping into each of them as you're doing it. It's going in nicely. Gonna make it go all the way on down, just like that. And then we'll bring this one all the way on down, the rest of the way down, right? Just like that. Okay, so that is piece one. The next one that's going to go in, it looks like, is the dowel, which that should be a pretty easy one. But actually, before I do that, I think I'm going to do one of the bottom pieces. And the reason for that is because I think I'd be able to stand it up kind of nicely like this. That way getting in all of the other pieces would go a lot faster. So let's figure out which one we need. The next one is going to be this piece right here. It's the bigger piece of what looks like the steps. It's going to go on the front part, on the bottom right here. And your curve goes on the outside. So this curve piece right here, you want facing towards the outer part, and your holes are not gonna line up correctly if you have it the wrong way. So that's kind of a telltale sign right there, but that fits in there just perfectly. Now we're gonna need 2 screws to be able to get this one in. So I'm just gonna, let's see if we can flip it like this, put my hand down, flip it and reverse it. Oh look, I can probably hang that right on off of there. And then we're gonna need this to go right. Make sure, oh nope, make sure you're doing it the right way. Come on, Dad. All right, I can see my holes in there, which is good. I can start my screw. Can y'all see that? I probably can't see some of that. Let's see if I can scoot on them. The can's in the way right there. All right, so now I can just simply start that one right there. Let me grab another one right here. We'll start that one right there. And then I can bring it right on up and kind of like a tabletop right there. Now I can easily, bring you guys back on up. I can easily get these right on in. So this is just gonna make it a little bit easier if you do that top one first and then you do the bottom one after that, so that you can get it to stand up and be a little bit more stable while you're getting these screws in. And then the other side of it is going to be very simple because you have this nice flat part right here that you'll be able to put down on your table or on your floor, and everything will just kind of be sticking up, and you just got to line up everything correctly to be able to get everything in, which is awesome. Alrighty. That's that right there. See how it kind of stays up now, which is great. Let's see. Let's do our dowel next, which is going to be this guy right here. It's going to go in front of the Cozy Land sign. Pop that right on in. Let me grab, this is just a 1 screwer right here, so we're just going to pop 1 screw right on in through there. Now you might want to also consider not screwing down your screws 100%, like maybe make it like a 95% done. That way whenever you're going to line up the other side to get the other side piece on, if you need a little bit of wiggle room, you'll have that available for yourself. So just a little tip there. Okay, we got that. Now we need these two guys right here. So we're going to utilize these two. You got holes already built into them. This is number 4. And those are going to go, let's see, we got the dowel right there. So they're going to go on this back part right here. Look, can y'all see that? Right up in here. There's one right here. And then there's another one over here on the other end. So since we have this one right here, just go ahead. Man, I really like how I can just stand this thing up like that now and get these screws to go in nice and easy. Just like that. And what I was saying with the screws, making sure that you have room, you may just want to do one at a time, because now I can spin this one all the way on down and my hex key is not going to hit. See, look, if I were to have this one sitting here waiting, I wouldn't be able to go through that. And so if you do one at a time, you can get them all down very nice and easily, just like that, without having to stop. I'm kind of an efficiency guy, and I like things to just flow. And so to be able to just spin this thing super easily is fantastic. All right, that's that one there. Now we're going to go on over to this one. It's going to be these two holes right here. I don't know if y'all can see that very well. I'm running out of space. Let me get 2 screws so I can pop it up and see if y'all can see that one. I think y'all might be able to. Yeah. That looks good. And we're just going to take our hex key right here. I should do one at a time. That way I don't run into it and we're more efficient. Spinning, 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 spinning. I gotta say, these screws go in very nice and easy. They're not like skipping on me. They're not like, you know how sometimes whenever you're doing like a Phillips screw, the screw starts to strip and everything on you. This is not doing that, which is fantastic. It's just going down nice and easy and fast with this key right here. Alrighty. So that's that right there. Now all we need to do for step 2 is flip this bad boy on over just like this. Let's get our screws. We can bring those right on up to here. And then we're going to take this piece right here and pop it. All you got to do is fit everything into their little slots where everything goes. And then you got to pop in all your screws on that side right there. So this is super simple to put together. I'm not going to bore you guys with screwing in all these right here, but if you guys are looking for an awesome, tall, adjustable step stool, this thing looks very nicely crafted. But if you're looking for a specific color, definitely go and check out the product listing below, and they have all the different options that you can choose through on there. That way you guys can go and pick the color that's going to match kind of with whatever room you're planning on using this in. But once I get this thing assembled, I want to see how this thing performs. I'm going to do a follow-up video of this thing once it's fully completed and I can stand on it and show you guys how it works. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all let me know if this was helpful. If it was, there's that helpful right there. Definitely appreciate you guys hooking that up for me. Y'all go and add this to your cart if this is something that you want. Thank you to these guys for sending this to me so I could show it off to y'all. And Dad out.